Everyone wants good things to happen in their lives, but for those changes to happen, they need to happen on the inside too. They need a new way of looking at things and fixing problems. Albert Einstein said that being crazy means doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome each time. Before making these changes, a lot of people wait for the right time, place, tools, information, or situation to come along. Change needs something from the outside, but people already have everything they need to make this change inside them, so they don't need anything from the outside. We have the power to make things better. In fact, when things change, our new energy makes the universe's rules work with us. You are not doing anything, and the change will never happen if you wait for something outside of you to change. You shouldn't wait for change to happen. You need to make it happen. Today is the time for change, not tomorrow. Today is the day to make a change. The goal is not to change things, but to become aware of them and understand why they happen because of a thought habit that keeps you stuck in a loop. Change is what changes you and makes it possible for you to get what you want. You are the only one who can make changes happen, so you need to start becoming aware of things right now so that the changes can start to happen tomorrow. Don't put off making the changes you want until tomorrow. This is the beginning of your mental growth. You already have everything you need to make things different. These natural abilities are part of who you are, and you can use them to change the world and take charge of your life. As soon as you realize how powerful you really are and start using them, your life will change. You will see that things are not what they seem to be. The vast majority of people don't know about these skills and don't practice using them. In this audiobook, we'll give you access to new information that will help you change yourself in order to start changing your life. You will learn how to connect with your inner power and use it to bring about the life you desire. By understanding and using these ideas, you can change your life, get through tough times, and reach your goals. As you strengthen yourself and learn more about yourself, it will become clear to you that you are the master of your own fate. The successful, happy, and satisfying life you want is up to you to make it happen. You can make changes, and this audiobook will show you how to get to that power and use it. Get ready for a trip that will change your life. On this trip, you will learn how to connect with global laws, become stronger inside, and take charge of your future. Today, you already have the power to make tomorrow better and wealthier. Are you all set to open them? Chapter 1. Let go of control and go with the flow. Letting go is the first thing that needs to be done to change yourself. There are laws that control the universe that say everything moves in a certain way. These laws will not change no matter what you do or don't do. The way we see the world shapes what we experience as truth. The universe has laws that can't be changed, and our acts can't make them change. So, it's very important to understand how important it is to let things happen freely. This seemingly small change in point of view is actually a big deal. Keeping in mind that our perceptions are just that, perceptions, not the truth. Picture yourself trying to stop a river with your hands. Even though the water will still flow, making waves and chaos, you can get through the river easily if you work with it and know how it naturally flows. In the same way, realizing that we can't change some things in life helps us focus on the things we can, how we think and act. This new way of thinking must go beyond old ways of thinking. It's like getting rid of weeds so that pretty flowers can grow. We need to get rid of the false beliefs from our past that have kept us stuck in a fantasy in order to become truly aware of truth. This is a very important thing you need to do to change your energy and awareness. You have to get rid of old ways of thinking that have only caused you stress, worry, and confusion if you want to be successful. Think about how we often see failure. Many of us think of loss as the end and an indication of how inadequate we are. We can see loss as a step towards success and a useful learning experience if we change how we think about it. For example, Thomas Edison saw his many failed attempts to make the light bulb as steps that led to his final success. With this new way of thinking, failure goes from being a dead end to being an important part of the way to success. We need to learn how to break free from more than just thought patterns. We need to learn how to break free from emotional, behavioral, and mental habits as well. These habits, which are often the result of social conditioning and bad events from the past, can trap us in negative and limiting loops. For instance, if you've always been told you're not good enough, you might develop the habit of avoiding problems and the thought pattern of doubting your own abilities. For personal growth, it's important to recognize and break these habits. We also need to let go of the things that hold us back. Attachments to things, people, or even results in the real world can hold us back and keep us stuck in the past. When we learn to let go, we make room for new things and chances. Think about trying to climb a mountain while carrying a big bag full of useless things. It will be easy to climb if you don't have to carry as much. Also, moving toward your goals will be easier if you don't have as many ties that hold you back. We will give you new ideas in this audiobook, which will help you change your surroundings from the inside out. You can make your life what you've always wanted it to be. By understanding and using these ideas, you can connect with the general rules that drive happiness and success. This can change how you think and feel. The way to lose your body. They said that a healthy mind is a healthy body. Meeting new people in real life is the only way to move forward because our bodies are how we interact with the outside world. So, keeping it in good shape and taking care of it is very important. Regular exercise is important for getting rid of constant strain, which adds up and causes stress. Beyond being bad for you, stress has an unpleasant quality that makes stressful situations more likely to happen. By working out, you can give off a more appealing vibe that is marked by confidence, calmness, and ease. Incorporate deep breathing exercises and regular muscle moves into your daily routine to truly rest your body. Spa treatments and massages are two other good ways to relieve stress and improve your overall health. Being physically independent means taking care of your own mind and feelings as well as your body. The first step to relaxing your mind and emotions is to let go of bad thoughts. Because everything in your life is linked, this mental release makes your physical and emotional energies much higher. Treating both the physical and mental effects of worry can help you reach a state of full-body freedom and general peace. Freedom of thought. Our minds are always making energy and sending out signs that carry our deepest ideas and most common thoughts. Neuroscience and quantum physics study shows that our thoughts have a direct effect on the neural paths in our brains and can change how neurotransmitters and hormones are released. Every action and idea we have has a direct effect on our energy, even if it doesn't show up in the real world right away. Whether they are good or bad, feelings that don't go away can have big effects on our lives, changing what we experience and what is real. Psychology studies show that our views and thoughts have a big impact on our actions, feelings, and general health. This shows how our minds really do run our lives. Thoughts control our behaviors and shape our world, just like energy does. Positive thoughts are like a lighthouse. They make us feel better and give us energy. On the other hand, negative thoughts and words are like dark clouds that put doubt and fear over our lives. Think of your mind as a plant, and each thought as a seed. When you plant seeds of love and support, you grow a garden full of joy and wealth. But when you plant seeds of negativity, you grow a field full of hopelessness and fear. It's common for people to live their lives without realizing how their thoughts affect them. But if you want to change your energy and awareness, you need to learn how to spot the signs of a bad thought. If you want success and happiness to repeat in your life, you need to take care of your ideas like a trained farmer takes care of their plants. This means getting rid of negative things and encouraging positive things. The way we feel guides us through life, just like a sailor uses the stars to find their way. Having uneasy or unhappy feelings often means that you have negative thoughts that are hiding below the surface. We should stop and ask ourselves, what am I really thinking when we feel fear, doubt, or worry? We should dig deep to find the source of our fears. Like a good spy, we need to find the people who spread negativity, criticism, and worry. By calling these damaging ideas out, we give ourselves the strength to break free from their control over our minds. Remember that the thoughts that are most common in our minds control our lives. Because of this, it's important that we think of thoughts that lead to personal and good growth. Accept that you have the power to rise above limiting ideas and make a new path lit by hope and chance. Every bad thought we let go of makes room for a future full of happiness and endless potential. Stop criticizing other people. Criticism is one of the most common negative thought processes. It comes in many ways, including judging ourselves, judging others, and judging our situations. All of these cast a negative light on the energy we give off. Self-criticism that doesn't go away leads to low self-esteem and negative feelings of failure that push away good people and chances. For the same reason, the law of reciprocity says that judging others makes us hostile, which breaks down relationships and makes us angry. Additionally, our anger has a negative impact on those around us, making them unhappy. We take away our own happiness and pleasure when we criticize our life events. This makes our personal interests less rich. This pattern of being unhappy makes a hole in our lives that stops us from being happy and lets joy into our lives. It's possible to see how negative self-talk and criticism of others can hurt your energy field and general health. From a scientific point of view, these phrases are connected to the idea of neuroplasticity, which means that the brain can change how it works by making new links between neurons over time. When we constantly criticize others or talk badly to ourselves, these neural pathways get stronger. They become harder to break because they are so deeply rooted. Because of this, we might have mental, social, and physical health issues, as well as a negative loop that keeps going. Also, every thought and emotion we have sends out a vibrating frequency that reacts with other people's energy fields and our own. This view is called the lively one. Negative thoughts and criticism carry low vibrating levels that can make our relationships with other people tense and block the flow of energy in our own energy fields. It is important to notice and rethink bad occurrences in order to keep the energy field balanced and encourage positive relationships. By choosing to talk positively and constructively to ourselves instead of negatively and critically, we can change the way our brains work and raise our emotional energy. This will lead to better health and balance in all areas of our lives. Too much stress. Too much worry is another common way of thinking negatively. It can drain our mental and emotional energy to worry about the future, what other people might think, or even to focus on the past. Nevertheless, it's important to understand that worrying doesn't help and only causes stress, which then spreads and shows up as a bad future reality. Think about this. Thinking about a work show that's coming up could make you feel insecure and question your own abilities. Instead of focused on the bad things that could happen, ask yourself, what opportunities does this situation present? This can change your worry into excited expectation and careful planning. In the same way, trying to get support or acceptance from other people can be exhausting and pointless. If you're always looking for approval, it means you don't believe in yourself, which gets in the way of your growth and success. Instead, work on being sure of yourself and trusting your skills, and let your actions and accomplishments speak for themselves. We can break out of the negative thought pattern and create a better, more rewarding future if we see worry as a chance to grow and put our attention on building confidence and self-belief. Too much thinking about the past, on the other hand, can be just as bad because it takes away from the present. It's important to realize that dwelling on mistakes or missed chances from the past keeps us from fully experiencing the present and moving forward with confidence. Thinking about a past mistake over and over again can make you question yourself and feel bad about yourself, which makes it hard to take advantage of new opportunities and make positive changes in your life. Avoid focusing on the past and instead focus on the present moment's power and the chances it presents for growth and change. Freeing ourselves from old grudges and regrets helps us become stronger and open to the possibilities of the present. Focus on the chance for growth and positive change that is present right now, instead of dwelling on what might have been. Have faith in yourself and the way you're going. Let go of the need to constantly think about and look into things. By doing this, you can feel more in control of your life, calm and sure of yourself. No matter how hard the job seems, you should always let go of old negative thoughts and let new positive thoughts come in. Freeing your bad thoughts is not just an advice, it's required by the laws of the universe. It's also one of the best ways to change your future. Don't forget that the most important source of energy in your life is your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Each thought spreads out from you in waves of useful information. If you think you can't do something, that thought will shape your reality. It's not possible for you to keep thinking negatively any longer. Let them go and choose to talk to yourself and other people in a different way. This will make you feel better, and good feelings are the most powerful energy boosters for real, limitless success. Emotional freedom. Whether you are aware of it or not, your emotions are strong vibes and forces that send clear messages. When you don't deal with your feelings, they can keep sending out old signs of pain, anger, rejection, and other bad emotions, which can spread through your personal area. A lot of people have trouble expressing or even recognizing their feelings. A lot of the time, they go through pain and sadness without ever talking about how they feel. These feelings that get stuck can later show up in the physical world as illnesses and ailments. Take the case of someone who has been deeply hurt by betrayal but has never dealt with it. This feeling that hasn't been dealt with can turn into long-term worry, which makes it hard to trust others and gets in the way of good relationships. If they recognize and deal with these emotions, they can heal mentally and be open to making new, good relationships. In the same way, someone who was criticized harshly as a child may still feel inadequate as an adult. This can have physical effects, like getting sick from worry or feeling tired all the time. By dealing with these deep-seated feelings, they can stop such bad physical effects from happening. They can get rid of these physical signs and start to give off a more sure, confident vibe. Negative feelings that aren't dealt with send out low-frequency waves that other people can feel. These vibrations often push people away. To get past this, it's important to deal with these feelings on a mental and emotional level. As you clean up a crowded room, the old bad energy will be cleared out, making room for new positive energy to come in. You can change your energy field and stop these old feelings from hurting you physically by facing them and letting them go. This change not only makes you feel better, but it also brings more good relationships and situations into your life. Accepting and dealing with your feelings can help you live a better, happier life. To get rid of that dark cloud, you need to let go of the feelings from the past that you haven't talked about. Pay close attention to the ideas you hold about the things that bother you. Being aware of this is very important for finding and dealing with the reasons of your bad feelings. It's important to let go of thoughts that come up in the present, as well as those that come up in the past. Talk positively to yourself and tell yourself that things will get better, that you're strong, that you forgive, and that you won't let these thoughts take over your life. For instance, if you're feeling stressed out about a work deadline, accept that feeling and also tell yourself of the things you've done well in the past and how strong you are. To deal with your feelings, tell yourself, "I've been through tough times before and come out stronger. This too shall pass." This will help you in the present and keep them from becoming a source of long-term stress. Also, if you get into a fight with a friend and feel hurt and angry, don't let those feelings grow. Instead, talk to them directly. You can solve problems by telling yourself, "I choose to forgive," and move on. This will help you feel better mentally and keep your energy field healthy and more upbeat. Letting go of these negative thoughts and feelings as they come up is like cleaning a room on a regular basis to keep it from getting cluttered. You can have more good experiences and relationships in your life because it keeps your mind and emotions clear and alive. The practice of letting go of your emotions consciously and having good conversations with yourself can help you change your inner world and, in turn, your outer world. Behavior release. Letting go of bad habits and behaviors, especially drugs and treats, is a key part of developing a positive attitude and a good energy. People often look for comfort in different types of escape, like drinking too much, using drugs, smoking, overeating, binge-watching TV, talking, working too much, or even working too little. We do these things to pass the time or get away from the real world. That drink, that extra helping of food, or that drug hit dulls our feelings and makes us feel better for a little while. We can forget about our problems while watching TV for hours on end, and comfort foods make us feel good for a short time. Even manipulative, dishonest and cruel actions can seem appealing because they give you a sense of control or ease your feelings for a short time. It's just a false sense of safety, though. Over time, these bad habits only make people feel worse about their lives, which can lead to even worse, addictive behaviors. One example is someone who might start drinking to deal with stress, but end up becoming hooked on it. This can lead to health problems and broken relationships. In the same way, doing too much work might seem like a good idea at first, but it can lead to burnout and a loss of contact with people you care about. To break out of these loops, we need to figure out what mental gaps we are trying to fill and deal with them directly. This could mean looking for better ways to deal with stress, like practicing mindfulness, doing things that truly make you happy, or asking for help from friends, family, or experts. We can start to change our bad habits with good ones that are better for our health and make our lives more fulfilling and balanced if we can figure out what those needs are. Making a conscious effort to change not only makes our mental and emotional health better, but it also sends out a good energy that brings us better relationships and chances. If you find yourself doing these things, ask yourself, what are you running from? What pain are you trying to numb inside? At its core, this avoidance comes from forgetting who you really are, your divinity, your link to God, and your worth. This link that seems lost is what's really making you unhappy, whether you know it or not. When you're about to do something bad, tell yourself of a very important truth. Every choice you make changes your energy. Are you really trying to send out calming vibes? If not, keep making the choice to let go of these habits. It takes a lifetime to learn how to let go. Reaffirm your promise every day to let go of the past and stop worrying. This will start you off on new, healthy paths that will definitely make your life better. Everyone around you can see the beautiful, glowing vibe you give off when you let go of the ideas, feelings and actions that have been holding you back. To make this change, you have to recognize where your bad habits come from and choose to replace them with good ones. For instance, you could stop drinking to deal with worry and start meditating or spending time in nature instead. These better habits can help you get in touch with your real self and feel at peace again. Getting rid of ties. One of the most important steps on the way to real freedom is to become aware of our attachments and let them go. When we look around, we can see a lot of things that may make us feel attached, like jewelry, wall art, room furniture, and cars in garages. People are often proud of these things, but having them also means being attached to them, and it's easy to become addicted to collecting things. Every small connection produces a need-driven force, and the more stuff we have, the more wants we tend to have. For this reason, it's not that we shouldn't want things, it's just that we should be aware of how attached we are to them. Thoughts like, I need this to be happy, I need this car and this jewelry, or I need these things around me to feel content, are not helpful for two main reasons. For starters, these ideas make us more likely to think that things can make us happy. When we think that things outside of ourselves can make us happy, we give up our power to make ourselves happy. This sets a pattern that makes us keep fighting and dangerously moves us toward a state of panic. We always fight to keep what we want when we feel like we need more of it. Additionally, thinking that material things are the key to happiness puts us in a tight spot. What will happen if we lose our stuff? We worry all the time about this chance that is always there. Within us, there is a constant fear that makes us constantly look for safety and keeps us worried about what we might lose. So, real freedom comes from being aware of our ties and letting go of them. This gives us back the power to be happy inside and frees us from the never-ending circle of need and fear. Being free on the inside lets us enjoy what we have without being ruled by it, which makes life more peaceful and satisfying. Chapter 2. How to use your secret skills. In the past, there was a clear separation between the fields of science and the idea of awareness. Physics, which studies the laws that guide the physical universe, was seen as a real, hands-on science. On the other hand, awareness was often seen as a vague, intangible idea that belonged in psychology or philosophy. People thought that these two fields couldn't overlap, that studying one had little to do with studying the other because they were kept separate. But recently, there has been a big change in how people see things. Around the world, scientists and experts from many different areas have started to see how science and awareness are linked. Now, they are looking into how these seemingly unrelated fields of study affect and are affected by each other. Because of this paradigm shift, we now know that both science and awareness are important for understanding how the world works. Most people today agree that studying science alone is not enough to explain how complicated the universe is. In the same way, knowing awareness is necessary to understand how people experience reality. When you put science and awareness together, they give you a better picture of how everything is linked and what life is all about. This discovery is a big step forward in how we think about the universe and our place in it. Thanks to quantum physics, we know that reality and the act of seeing it are the same thing. This is true for our own lives too. There is no way to separate how we see the real world from what we actually experience in it. Biomechanics research shows that the brain can't tell the difference between memories and the real world. This understanding makes us think again about how we think about life. It means that the real world we live in is strongly connected to our personal experiences, which are shaped by how we see and remember things. In the same way that quantum events question our ideas of separation and cause and effect, our lives are closely linked to the universe. As we look more closely at the effects of these finds, we are pushed to rethink how we think about truth, awareness, and the self. It gets harder to tell the difference between the inside and outside worlds, which lets us look into how everything is connected and how our perceptions change the way we see the world. Conscious creation is based on our vision, which includes how we see ourselves and our surroundings and the emotions that these views make us feel. This way of thinking changes the nature of our bodies and minds. It's not just something we think, it's deeply connected to our DNA. When we think and feel something, our brains go through a number of chemical changes. The hypothalamus, an important part of the brain, responds to these signals by making certain peptides. These peptides bind to cell receptors and set off a chemical chain reaction that makes us feel the same way we did before. No matter what mood you're feeling, happiness, fear, or hopelessness, the same thoughts will lead to the same peptides and feelings. It takes time for this process to become solid, which can lead to emotional habits and even addiction. When we think and feel the same things over and over, our sensors for peptides from different emotional states can become less sensitive. This makes our point of view stronger and feeds the loop. The way our awareness, emotions, and bodies work together has a big impact on our state of mind and health. Not only do our thoughts and feelings affect how we feel, but they also affect our physical and mental health. Knowing this connection helps us make our world the way we want it to be. By changing how we see things and choosing thoughts that make us feel the way we want to, we can actively steer our lives toward more happiness and satisfaction. Your thoughts, feelings, and physical and mental reactions shape your world in every memory and wish you have. It's a circle of making things and having experiences. The people you meet make you feel things that make the experience last longer. This never-ending loop shows how our inner world and the outside world are always changing and interacting with each other. Every thought, feeling, and physical response we have shapes and changes our daily experience. Everything that happens in our lives is based on the thoughts and feelings we have, whether they are about the past or about the future. Think about how remembering the past can make us feel different emotions that affect how we think and feel now. In the same way, our dreams for the future can affect the decisions and actions we make today, which can change the direction of our lives. When you choose to surround yourself with more positive information and events, your body and mind go through a number of changes. Neuropeptides are chemical messengers that are needed for nerve cells to send and receive signals. This conscious choice causes them to be made. These neuropeptides exactly match the feelings of elation, happiness, and hope that come with it when they enter your body. When you feel grateful, you go through a deep transformation on many levels of your life. First, your point of view changes, which makes you more aware of the choices and opportunities that are available to you. Negative thought patterns start to be replaced by a more positive view of life. At the same time, your mental environment changes in a very interesting way. Any signs of doubt or negativity are replaced by feelings of joy and excitement. This gives your relationships and experiences a fresh sense of energy and happiness. These happy neuropeptides set off a chain of chemical processes in your body that are important for your health. These reactions have real effects on your health, from lowering your stress to making your immune system stronger and giving you more energy. This change in awareness has an effect on the energy you send out into the world and the energy you draw into your life. Being more and more positive and optimistic on the inside makes it normal for you to attract experiences and chances that match your energy frequency. It is important to be aware of how our vision, ideas, and hopes can change our view of reality in order to handle the things that happen in our lives well, ways we see and understand the world around us. One important result is that perception directly affects the production of neuropeptides, which changes how we feel. When something bad happens, neuropeptides are released by the brain. These make our bad feelings stronger and start a chemical chain reaction that leaves us feeling bad. Neuroscientists like Candace Pert have shown that neuropeptides and their receptors are the molecular links between emotions. This is based on their work. On the other hand, positive thoughts lead to the production of several neuropeptides that make people feel good. Being aware that positive thoughts will lead to positive feelings should motivate us to consciously think happy thoughts. How we see things has a big effect on how healthy we are. No matter how our personal past shapes how we see the present, it can still change how we see the future. The field of cognitive neuroscience supports this idea by showing that the things we think and believe can actually change the structure and function of our brains. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change its structure by making new nerve connections, makes this idea stand out. Changes in the way we see things can actually change our brains and, by extension, our bodies. Your thoughts and feelings about yourself have a big impact on your body and how you think. Serotonin and endorphins are chemicals that make you feel good and make you happier. More of these chemicals has been linked to positive self-talk and self-perception. Researchers have found that low serotonin levels may be caused by a poor view of oneself, which can make sadness worse. The study by Cross et al. 2014, which was released in the journal Psychological Science, showed how self-talk affects mental health and how well you can control your emotions. This shows how important it is to have a healthy conversation with yourself. People who have multiple personality disorders, which are now called dissociative identity disorders, show how powerful perception can be in the most striking way. A study by Braun and Sachs, 1985, in the American Journal of Clinical Hypnosis showed that people with different personalities can show up in different body states, like someone with one personality type might not have diabetes while someone with another does. This event shows how perception has a big effect on physical health by showing that awareness can change bodily factors. As an example of what can happen in real life when you change your point of view, the author went firewalking. Firewalking is the act of walking barefoot over hot coals. It is safe to do if you can change how you think about it. Researchers who have looked into the mind-body link, like Benson and Proctor, 1984, found that picturing good things can help people feel less pain and avoid getting hurt. By focusing on a happy memory, the author was able to walk on hot coals without getting hurt. This shows how perception can help people get through tough situations in their physical lives. The most important thing to remember is that we can all change how we think about our surroundings and events. By choosing what to do, we can change how we directly experience the world around us. A lot of psychological and brain research shows how important thought and perception are in shaping our experiences and outcomes, which supports this idea. It is very important for personal growth to let go of old, limiting ideas. From cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, this idea comes. CBT shows that changing unhealthy thought processes can change feelings and actions. Adopting new, positive points of view can help us break free from our limitations and old habits, leading to a more satisfying reality. Perception is the key to a world that is made by awareness. This fits with the ideas of quantum physics, which say that the person who is observing reality influences it. When it comes to the human experience, this means that how we see the world shapes it in a big way. If we look at life this way, we can see it as a blank surface waiting to be filled with new, lively ideas. The strong effect that vivid pictures have on our reality, by picturing goals clearly and emotionally as if they were already achieved, people can successfully direct their thoughts and energy toward achieving their goals. This process is very important for making success happen in your life, which shows how important it is to keep up a good and consistent vision practice. Scientifically, this idea is supported in a number of areas. Researchers in neuroscience have found that mental imagery triggers the same parts of the brain as real events. This suggests that it has the power to change neural pathways and cognitive processes. Neuroplasticity studies show that visualizing the same things over and over again can improve these paths, making the results you want seem more doable. Self-efficacy, Albert Bandura's idea, and other psychological theories stress how important it is to believe in one's own skills in order to reach one's goals. By giving you confidence and drive, visualization can help you feel more confident in your own abilities. There are many real-life examples of this in areas like sports, where players regularly use imagery methods to improve their performance. Famous people like Michael Phelps have said that vision helped them be successful, showing how useful it is for staying focused and getting your mind ready. Visualization has also been used in medical situations to help patients get better and improve the results of their treatments. Multiple studies have shown that people who use guided images have better physical and mental health. This shows that visualization methods really do help. Expectation is very important because it connects our wants with what we see in our minds. Making clear mental pictures of success is a common way to reach your goals and improve yourself. Visualizing success without connecting it to our inner wants and expectations, on the other hand, can cause a gap between our hopes and reality. When we make a plan to get somewhere, we don't really know where we want to go or what we expect to find there. We need to close the gap between what we want and what we expect in order to fully use the power of vision. This means digging deeper than our surface-level goals to find the underlying assumptions that might be stopping us. These unspoken standards often come from things we've done in the past, how society has shaped us, or ideas that hold us back that we might not even be aware of. We can better understand why we might be holding ourselves back from success or settling for less than we deserve if we shine a light on these secret standards. It helps us change the way we think, question ideas that hold us back, and develop a more positive view of what we can accomplish. We can make our conscious goals and mental beliefs work together much more effectively if we match our wants with our hopes and always expect the best to happen. This connection not only makes our vision practices more powerful, but it also helps us get clearer, feel more confident, and be more successful at making our dreams come true. We subconsciously paint our future every day with the colors of the things we do today. But when we're unhappy, it's hard to see a better future. How do you see the picture of your everyday life? Do you draw pictures of wanting to be accepted, but then color them in with dark shades of wanting to be turned down? Do you paint broad strokes of desire for success, while also casting dark shadows over them with the threat of failure? Do you draw pictures of happy places, but then cover them up with the fog of giving up on things like boredom, problems, and disappointment? If your brushstrokes today are tinged with fear and sadness, you might keep painting a negative picture on your canvas. Instead, you might want to get a new brush that is colored with bright colors of hope and opportunity. Take a chance with each stroke to paint new ideas and hopes about what you can do, going beyond the limits of today and into the infinite range of tomorrow and beyond. People often notice that the universe moves to the beat of our own inner tunes as we dance between desire and hope. Your wishes are the tune in your heart that goes with the song of your hopes. So, the rhythms that fit perfectly with the music are your hopes, which play the tune of your beliefs. When it comes to creating your fate, the unity of your ideas is the most important note. Your beliefs should make up a harmony of positive hopes, which are the foundation on which good things happen. In the same way, picture a performer standing in front of an empty stage with their instrument shaking with excitement. If they expect disagreement and conflict, they might not do as well, which would reflect the chaos inside them. Still, if they play their music with confidence and hope, each note shows how much they believe in their own abilities, and the song is filled with the harmony of their belief. The things we believe and the things we hope for will shape our future like paint on a painting. By painting our lives with the colors of hope and possibility, and by making a music of positive predictions, we bring our fate to life. If you expect the worst to happen, you can't keep hoping for the best. In both your daily life and the chase of your dreams, you need to start looking for the best. Know that you have the power to raise your awareness to a higher, happy state in all situations. Take back your power and picture in your mind what your perfect day and future would be like, including how it would look, feel, and be possible. Chapter 3. Using energy to empower things, freeing the power inside you. When you put your faith in outside forces, you give them power over you without realizing it. The truth is that you have the power. Realize that the power you've given to outside circumstances comes from you. Think of the world as a huge ocean of energy. Everything, visible and invisible, moves with waves of sound. You are both a listener and an emitter in this cosmic music. You are always surrounded by a storm of frequencies. You can think of yourself as a satellite that picks up signs from other objects and sends out your own unique energy profile into the universe. Whether you are aware of it or not, every action, thought and feeling sends waves through this energy sea that shape your world. You have been getting results that are a clear mirror of the energy in your energetic field. You can change the music at any time, which is one of the great things about this cosmic dance. Energy is what the universe is made of and what makes the laws that govern it work. It is the quiet director of your life, sewing your goals into the fabric of your awareness. The kind of results you attract is also up to you because you choose the kind of energy you send out. It's a simple but deep process that happens all the time and shapes the way your life goes. In the field of science, resonance is what happens when waves hit each other. Signals that are similar mix and work together, drawing them closer in an attractive dance. This concept isn't just about the physical world. It affects every part of your life, from your relationships with other people, to your work, to your personal growth. You are a magnet that pulls in events that match the energy you put out into the world. If you want to change what you draw, you need to first understand how your energy field works. You hold the brush to the canvas of your reality like a master painter, making complex patterns of energy that spread out and shape the scenery of your life. You have the power to change the plot of your life with every stroke, thought, and purpose. You can turn chaos into unity and dreams into reality. Our powerful energy creators see your electromagnetic waves as the echo of your glowing energy. They see them as a melody made up of the rhythms of your mind, soul, and heart. A lot of this symphony lives in your thoughts and feelings, as we've already talked about. But where do these feelings and thoughts come from? Does something magically make them appear? What gives this important part of your energy its power? Your values are what make you who you are emotionally and intellectually. In fact, everything you bring into your life can be traced back to these core beliefs. Your belief system is made up of the basic ideas you've had since you were a child and from the things you've done in your life. Like thoughts, most people don't really look at the facts they hold dear. Faith is something we live with as easily as breathing. We've always known it because it's what we were born with. It's how we see the world, and we're so used to it that we can't even think about trying something new. We give up our power to change, though, when we don't think about our views and how they affect our lives. Our views are still up to us, no matter what we've been told or how we've been treated. We can change them as people who can think for themselves. We can choose for ourselves what speaks to us as truth, and consciously let go of anything that spreads fear or negativity in our emotions and in the world around us. When it comes to energy and awareness, having a healthier, happy set of beliefs is the key to getting better results in every part of our lives. Our thoughts and feelings are the most powerful ways that our positive or negative emotional energy shows itself, but our core beliefs are what they're really about. Negative beliefs about judgment and fate can only make you feel and think negatively. On the other hand, positive beliefs feed the mind, giving us hope for the future and the good thoughts and feelings we want. This is without a question the best frequency to project because it gives us the great results we want. Let's look into how these energy companies are linked. All of our ideas and random thoughts are based on the things we believe. These views are formed either directly by what we learn in school or indirectly by how our parents and other adults treat us. We believe these lessons are completely true, even if they are wrong, unhealthy, or even harmful. This is because they come from a trustworthy source. Each idea leads to related thoughts that make you feel things. These thoughts and feelings add up to make the energy you unknowingly send out into the world. Chapter 4. How intention can change things. The laws of desire and purpose are driven by intentions, which are very important. No matter if you are aware of it or not, everything you do has a reason for doing it. By living your life in a clear and honest way, both in your daily tasks and in the chase of your bigger goals, you connect with the strong natural forces of the law of pure desire. This connection is very important because awareness is what makes these forces work. To get what you want, you need to be aware of and in charge of your goals. No matter what action, decision, or behavior you choose, it is affected by what you really want to do. The things you do may stay the same on the outside, but the energy you put out can change based on your goals, which will change the results in your life. This change in energy shows how important it is to be thoughtful and aware of your reasons for doing things. Even if the behaviors don't change, having different goals can have very different results. By carefully setting your sights on good and important goals, you can make your actions much better and have a bigger effect. This deliberate method not only makes sure that your efforts are more effective, but it also makes sure that your energy is focused on getting the results you want. So, being in charge of your plans isn't just about reaching your goals. It's also about making a life that fits with your core values and hopes. The real worth and effect of a deed depend on why it was done. When you praise a friend, what it really means depends on what you want to say. If the praise is real and meant to share something good, it will work out well. However, if the praise is meant to trick your friend for some secret reason, it is dishonest. This bad energy changes the end and could lead to controlled and cunning results. You are influencing acceptance and self-esteem when you do nice things to get what you want or to prove that you are valuable. This purpose hurts the good vibes you want to send out and shows that you don't think you're worthy of value. When you do acts of kindness out of desperation, they mess up the energy and make bad things happen in your life. That everything you do, no matter how small, has a greater value that affects both the way you do it and the outcome. Let's say you're making dinner. You can make the process enjoyable by trying a new recipe or enjoying the smell of the ingredients, which will make the job soothing and enjoyable. You could also rush through it and think about other things you need to do, which would make cooking seem like a job and add to your stress. How this simple exercise changes your energy and mood depends on why you do it. Think about how hard it is to do things around the house. You'll likely be proud of yourself for keeping your living space clean and organized. This will make you feel good and like you've accomplished something. But the same responsibilities can become annoying and negative if you think about how much time and work they take compared to other things you could be doing. No matter how good or bad the job is, your purpose changes how you feel about it. The energy you bring to a social event has a big effect on the people you meet and the experience as a whole. When you start a talk, you'll find it more satisfying and enjoyable if you really want to connect and show interest. But the people you meet will not be as interesting or fulfilling if you go against your will because you feel forced to. Choose to do everything you do with good goals and break out of the negative loop. This will help you build a happier and more successful life. This conscious shift in perspective lets you make the most of the opportunities each day brings, turning boring tasks into chances for happiness and growth. Have fun. To live a worthwhile life, you need to look forward to and be thankful for every day. If you have a positive attitude, even the most boring jobs can be turned into chances to be happy and grow as a person. Think about what it means to cook something. You might not see a regular job as a chore, but as a chance to improve yourself and your relationships. You could use it as a way to express your creativity and spend time with your loved ones. But constant fear and dread can make you give up and form bad habits that hurt you. It's possible that you are beginning a new job at work. You might believe you will fail if you go into it with fear and doubt. Your negative attitude could become a reality. But if you replace your fear with resolve, you can get through tough times and get closer to your goals. Finding joy in everyday things is another important part of living a happy life. Think about the simple act of taking a walk. Outside, you can do more than just exercise. You can enjoy the sights and sounds of nature while being fully present. Adding joy to your daily life helps you see how your goals and dreams fit together, which leads to more satisfaction. When you change your point of view, you keep yourself from getting off track from your goals and from giving in to bad feelings. Having a positive attitude, for example, lets you deal with problems with persistence and creativity when you run into problems or obstacles. When you choose to be upbeat and grateful, you make sure that every step of the way is just as satisfying as reaching your goal. If you think to yourself, "I need to work harder to get what I want," or "I'll be happy when I reach that goal," it means that you are desperate and unwilling to give up. You will be truly inspired to improve and move forward if you change your viewpoint and say things like, "I create my own destiny," "Challenges strengthen and teach me," or "I live each moment fully with all my energy." If your ideas are based on achieving outside goals to feel good or acknowledged, they are coming from a place of lack and fear. When people think this way, they often get stuck in a never-ending circle of suffering and work, where they feel like they can't find satisfaction or success. Having a confident and adaptable attitude, on the other hand, means seeing problems as opportunities for personal growth and living each moment with awareness and purpose. This will give you a feeling of inner abundance and happiness. To get back in charge of your life and set yourself up for long-term success and happiness, you need to stop wanting things to get better out of fear and start wanting them for real. Instead of constantly looking for success or acceptance from other people, you focus on building up your inner strength and resolve so that you can handle life's challenges with poise and confidence. This change in how you think not only helps you reach your goals, but it also makes your life better in general. When you start each day with gratitude and a clear goal, you can attract what you want by creating a magnetic connection with a purpose that is sure and hopeful and a positive attitude. Focusing on a single way to reach your emotional goals is not helpful. Instead, think about all the ways you can start feeling those emotions right now. Realizing that the universe is full of chances ready to be found Allow yourself to explore and accept all the paths that could lead to happiness. By being open to change, you make it easier for your biggest dreams to come true and match yourself with the flow of money. Part 5. The power of your choices. Choice is the foundation of personal strength because it determines the course of our lives in every way, from the small to the big. Even though it has a big effect on us, we often don't realize how strong it is because we're stuck in a pattern or because of outside restrictions. Think about the person who always hits the snooze button on their alarm in the morning, which leads to being late and missing out on chances, or the hopeful entrepreneur who is afraid of failing and chooses the comfort of a regular job over following their passion. However, every moment is a new blank slate for making informed choices, giving us a chance to change our stories and shape our futures. Say someone is having trouble in their work because they lost their job suddenly or a project didn't turn out well. Instead of giving up and giving in to hopelessness, they seize the chance to change direction, using their failure as a starting point for growth and new ideas. In the same way, someone dealing with unstable relationships decides to put self-respect and setting limits first, taking back control of their mental health. When we accept the power of choice, we take back control of our lives and open up a world of endless possibilities for happiness and success. Whether it's choosing to be strong in the face of problems or taking strong action to reach our goals, every choice we make shapes our reality. By making choices, we can shape the lives we want, like an artist uses a brush to make a picture. These choices paint a fabric of purpose and meaning for our lives. By doing this, we rise above the limits of our circumstances and write our own stories of success and change. Thoughts and actions. Attitude and behavior are two very important things that go into every choice. Your attitude, which is made up of your thoughts and beliefs, is what drives you and determines the course of your life. Emotions and thoughts move you slowly but surely, either to the top of success or to the bottom of stagnation. It's important to be able to tell the difference between good and bad emotions. A positive attitude comes from having positive views and strong feelings, while a negative attitude comes from being afraid and pessimistic. Even if you've had bad things happen in the past, you have the amazing power to change your mood and change the way your world looks. Every time you change your point of view, your expectations change. They determine how much your daily events match up with your inner wishes. Having a happy mood is like having a powerful pull that brings success and plenty into your life. But you shouldn't forget how powerful your deeds are. Every action you take forms your world and shows what you value and what you want to achieve. Simply put, having a good mood and making sure your actions are in line with your greatest goals gives you unlimited power to make your dreams come true. Every choice you make is like a building block on your trip. It helps you find your way to a life of meaning and satisfaction. You make your own way, lit by the light of your own inner light, with each step forward, creating a fate that is truly yours. Each passing moment plays a part in the music of life by arranging a different set of choices, each with its own set of effects. Even though some effects may be obvious at first glance, it's the faint but powerful energy ripples that have the power to change our world. Whether we're making small choices in our daily lives or big decisions that could change our lives, it's important to stop and think about the effects, both physical and mental, before moving forward. There is a deeper, more complex dance of energy going on below the level of cause and effect. This dance has a reverberation that goes far beyond the limits of time and space. Every choice we make sends out energy waves that are felt all over the fabric of our lives. So, it's up to us to figure out if the decisions we make are in line with our deepest values and sense of self. Are they committed to protecting our honor and dignity? Do they respect who we are at our core? By going deep into our minds and asking ourselves why we do the things we do, we can find our way through life's maze of decisions with unwavering clarity and resolve. When we choose to be honest and honor ourselves, every choice becomes a powerful light that brings us gifts and chances that reflect the truth of our hearts. As a result, we move forward with a deep understanding of how our choices affect others, lighting the way to a life full of honesty, integrity, and endless wealth. Love in Chapter 6. As we learn more about quantum physics, we find an interesting link between our awareness, the energy we give off, and the goals we set. This new information shows how much they have changed the course of our lives. But when trying to be successful, one might stop and think, where does love fit into this? It turns into an unmatched force of love that goes beyond romantic relationships to fill every part of life with its lively, creative energy. When we connect our energy with the flow of love that flows through everything, we open up a world of endless opportunities. This injection of love's essence, freed from the chains of fear and hatred, gives everything in us a deep meaning and calls forth uncountable benefits. Every choice we make that is based on love sets off a perfect vibration that echoes through the fabric of our lives and brings us closer and closer to our inner wishes. Using love as the basis for our work not only speeds up our progress toward our goals, but it also brings together a symphony of global success principles that work perfectly together. In fact, love is what sets off our changing potential and opens the door to a world full of plenty, happiness, and endless possibilities. Today, let's talk about how love can help us connect with some universal laws that make our wishes come true. According to the law of expression, if you develop a love awareness, you can create a world that is full of joy. Choosing to always feel peace and care for yourself and others makes wonderful things happen. As people become more aware of love in their lives, the universe reacts with soft acts that bring them plenty of good things. When it comes to the law of magnets, love is the strongest attracting force that can be put out into the world. Choosing a loving attitude clears away confusion, worry, and doubt, letting your energy shine with a beautiful vibe. Let go of negative thoughts and make a promise to love. This will help you attract positive thoughts and happiness. According to the law of pure desire, a heart full of love is full of hope and excitement, which makes wants pure and speeds up their expression. Accepting life as it is in the present makes it easier to let go of goals, which boosts faith in future efforts. According to the law of paradoxical intent, plans that are based on love are free of fear. This means that you can live a life full of trust and good energy. Putting love into everything you do and think changes you, bringing you into balance with the universe and opening up a world of endless possibilities. Acceptance, love, and respect are the keys to harmony, which is what the law of harmony is all about. Letting go of anger and judgment toward yourself and others makes room for tolerance, forgiveness, and kindness, which brings you into alignment with the mysterious forces of coincidence. The law of right action stresses how important it is to love everyone and ask for love in return in the form of help, thought, and benefits. When you're not sure what to do, asking yourself, how can I bring love to this experience, will help you figure out what to do. Lastly, the law of expanding impact shows how sharing love on purpose can change things. Peace and wealth grow in both your own life and the lives of those around you when you show love and care. This creates a circle of happiness and plenty. The never-ending flow of love is always the right thing to spread through your life. Love yourself first, no matter what cosmic law you are working with. This is an important step on the path to a happy and fulfilling life. You can't grow anything good if you don't love yourself. You'll be stuck in fear and doubt. Self-love is recognizing how valuable you are on your own. It's not the same thing as being proud or conceited. Tell yourself how much you love, care for, and respect yourself every time you look in the mirror. Turn your attention from your flaws to your strengths to help build this. When you don't love yourself, you send out a bad feeling that could make other people not love you either. And love is strong. Self-loathing and success don't go together. In short, do something nice for yourself every day besides saying mantras. Make both your home and office fun and exciting places to be. During the day, take breaks often to relax and get back on track. Give yourself praise for the things you've done well and keep going. You will be rewarded by the universe when you choose love in all its forms. When you love yourself, you should share that love with other people. When you're talking to someone, smile to show that you care. Put real love into everything you do, whether it's a friendly hello, a handshake to help, or an emotional talk. Imagine that a bright, caring energy flows from your heart to everyone around you, making connections that make you and everyone else better. Always remember that you can be a channel for the cosmic energy of love, even when you're tired or dealing with bad people. Think of yourself as a way for heavenly love to spread easily from the universe into your heart and out into the world. This practice not only helps you keep your good energy up, but it also makes everyone you come into contact with feel better. For instance, if you're having a tough day at work, don't give in to worry. Instead, take a moment to center yourself and breathe deeply. Say out loud that you are going to do things with love and care. This way of thinking will not only make you feel better, but it will also help you be more productive and get along better with your co-workers. You should show your loved ones your love and support when they are having a hard time. Actively listen, give words of comfort, and be there without judging. Your caring presence can make a huge difference, leading to a stronger bond and more support for each other. Be kind and respectful to everyone you meet, even in everyday situations like running errands or talking to customer service. Simple acts of kindness, like a smile or a kind word, can turn unpleasant interactions into positive ones, spreading kindness. When you choose love over and over again, you match yourself with the universe's greatest energies, which brings you wealth, happiness, and satisfaction. Accept this strong force in all parts of your life, and watch as it changes your world, turning every moment into a chance to connect and grow. Getting your love energy out there. When you are having trouble with someone or something, giving love energy towards it can be a very helpful way to solve it. First, think about the problem. Then, take a deep breath and send loving energy to it. Let go of any bad feelings, like anger or fear. Replace it with the word love. Take a few deep breaths and say love multiple times. If you're working with tough people or situations, you might fight this, but let go of that fight. Take a deep breath and give the relationship or situation to the universe to handle. While taking deep, calm breaths and saying love, say a prayer for the best outcome for everyone. Changes will happen in how you feel over time. The situation will also change if you do this every time the problem comes to mind. This method has worked really well for me. As an example, I hired audio gear for a lecture many years ago. After a few days, I found that the equipment was broken. If I called the rental place and didn't return the item within 24 hours, Mike, the boss, told me I couldn't get a refund. I was so angry that I chose to return the gear anyway, but I sent Mike and the situation love on the way. It was quiet, and I was ready for anything when I got there. What a treat. Mike gave me a free CD and a full return. Sending love can make bad situations better. You can love other people once you learn to love yourself. Genuinely smile, do things with love, and picture love flowing from your heart to others. Imagine that you are a channel for global love when you're tired or with people who don't have much energy. Imagine it coming in and going out of your heart. Because of this link, you are in the middle of a strong, good-hearted stream of love. This method has worked for me many times in both personal and business situations. For example, when I was coaching a couple who were always arguing about money, I started giving them love energy. Eventually, they stopped putting money problems ahead of their relationship and started noticing the love I was sending them. Love makes things better and brings peace. One of the most important goals and helpful things you can do is this. If you make love a conscious part of your life, you'll soon be living a wonderful reality. Send love to your trouble the next time you have one. Send someone love if you don't get along with them. Even if nothing is happening, take a moment to close your eyes and breathe in the word and its power. Love is the only thing that can change your awareness, energy, and even your body. It awakens your heart center and mental power like nothing else. When you think and feel about love, good things come to you right away. Conclusion: letting go of your power. As this journey comes to an end, remember that what's inside you, not what's going on around you, is what really changes things. You have learned that the ideas and concepts you have been studying are not just abstract. They are also useful tools and important realities that can change your reality and lead you to a happy and fulfilling life. You start the process of change as soon as you decide to accept it. It's not a far-off goal that you need to reach at some point. Don't let what happens or the opportunities that come your way stop you from changing your life. Being open to new ways of seeing the world and the things you think and do right now are where you can find it. The wise words in this audiobook should remember you that every step you take towards self-awareness and personal growth triggers the universal principles that will help you reach your goals. You can change not only your own life, but also the world in ways you might not even be aware of right now by using the natural skills you have. The process of change never ends, and every second is a chance to change your path. Realizing and using your inner strength can help you break bad habits and create a life that fully lives up to your potential. When your new energy hits the world, doors that used to be walls will open. As you move forward, keep developing the knowledge and skills you have gained. Every day, choose to live on purpose, knowing that you are in charge of your own life. Take the hard times as chances to grow as a person, and let your hope for a better future push you to act with courage and determination. This is not the end of your trip. It is the beginning of a new one. You already know and can do what you need to do to live a happy and successful life. You already have everything you need to make the change you want, so trust your own skills and yourself. The journey to becoming more powerful and discovering yourself never really ends. Being on this path means that every step brings you one step closer to the life you want. Keep learning and growing, and you'll reach your huge potential. Your future is a blank page waiting for you to paint it however you want. Paint it with the colors of your dreams and your unwavering belief that you can make it a reality that fits who you are. Change is possible for you, and it always will be. Accept it, live it, and let it lead you to a future you never thought possible.